Hello GMC family, my name is Cynthia. In this video, I am going to be teaching you guys how to calculate your menstrual cycle length. Yes, some people only know they are menstruating, but they don't know the particular day the menstruation is going to come the following month. We need to understand our body as a lady and as a guy. Learn for your lady. Learn, understand your women. Please, understand your lady or your woman or your bombastic side eye. Anyways, understand, please. So you teach them how to calculate their menstrual cycle and even let them know that, yes, let them know they're expecting their menstruation following month, the particular day. And when you tell them, they'll be like, how you think no? It's going to be shocking for them. Learn, please. If you are new to this channel, do not forget to click on subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out when I post new videos. And to my returning subscribers, this is Cynthia saying thank you very much for sticking to this channel. If you are watching this video, please like, share, and comment. Tell me how you feel about this video. So I'm just going to go straight to today's topic. JMC Consult. Welcome back. So I'm going to be writing the topic just for the sake of those that are scrolling, so they don't be like, what's going on here? So let's go. We are going to be using the 31 days calendar month. So let's assume we are using the month of October as an example. So we have 31 days in October. So I'm going to write the days. Okay, now this is our calendar. Don't mind the way I wrote it anyways. So let's assume your menstruation starts on the 3rd. We're using 3rd as an example of the day your menstruation started. Now, a quick reminder: if your menstrual cycle is within 21 to 35 days, it is within normal range, okay? And if your menstrual cycle is less than 21 days, it is abnormal. If it is less than 21 days, it is abnormal. If it is more than 35 days, it is also abnormal. So please do well to see your doctor and speak to your doctor about it. Now let's continue. I'm going to use another marker so you understand what I'm doing here. So let's assume your menstrual cycle starts on the 3rd of October. So let's assume it is the first day of your menstrual cycle, which is on the 3rd. Let's just write 1 here as the beginning of your menstrual cycle. And then probably you have 3 days flow or 4 days flow, and it ends probably, let's just say 1, 2, 3, and it ends here. Okay, so it doesn't matter how long your cycle is, as long as you know the particular day your menstrual cycle started. So it is the cycle we are calculating, not the number of days your menstrual flow takes place. So your menstrual cycle starts at 3rd, which is the first day of your cycle. Let me draw cycle here so you understand. So this is the first day of your cycle, and then probably your menstrual cycle starts again the same month on the 31st. For example, or it starts, let's assume this is 1st of November, 2nd of November, 3rd of November, 4th of November. Okay, let's assume this is another month. All right, so and when your menstrual cycle begins here and then it started here again, for example, because we are using a 28 days average menstrual cycle length, that's what we are calculating, a 28 days average menstrual cycle length. So let's assume your menstrual cycle starts on the 3rd, which is this is the first day, and then it starts again here. So you are going to calculate this day that it started from. You are going to start from here to calculate. From here, you will count the number of days to a day before this flow, which means if it starts, sorry, let me pick up my eraser. So if it starts here, which is on the 3rd, so here will not be your number 1, which is the first day, 2nd day, 3rd day, and 4th day, and then it ends here. So you keep counting 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, where is 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Okay, so this is your menstrual cycle length, because you started on the 3rd and then it starts on the 31st. Okay, and then you count the days from this no, this 3rd. You will count the days from 3rd to a day before the menstrual cycle begin again. So if your menstruation starts on the 3rd of October and then starts again on the 31st of the same month, you are going to count the number of days from this 3rd to a day before the menstrual cycle, your next menstrual cycle begin. So it's usually calculated the very first day of your cycle to a day before the next cycle begin. That is your menstrual cycle length. You will start from 3rd to a day before the next cycle, which is on the 30, because your cycle starts on the 31st. So we are using 31st as an illustration. This is when it started, like the next cycle started. Okay, so if you count from 3rd, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So from 3rd to on the 30th of August is 28 days. So you are having 28 days cycle. Okay, let's assume your cycle is not 28 days. Let's assume it's 30 days. Now we are going to erase all of this. So we calculate for 30 days cycle. Okay. Now we are calculating for, let's assume we are calculating for 30. Where do I write 30 days now? Let's assume we are calculating for 30 days cycle. For example, we are calculating for 30 days cycle. So I'm just going to erase the one we calculated for 28 days cycle. I don't know if we are following. Please, if you do not understand anything about this menstrual cycle length, just drop a comment on the comment section. If you want me to do this video, you see, I am ever ready to teach you guys how to calculate your menstrual cycle. It's easy. Just pay attention. Okay, pay attention. You will understand what we are doing here. If you do not, anything you want me to talk about, you do not understand, just drop it on the comment section. Now let's continue. Let's assume you're having a 30-day cycle, okay, and your menstruation starts on the, okay, let's not use 3rd, let's use 2nd for example. Now your menstruation starts on the 2nd, and this on the 2nd is the first day of your menstrual cycle, like the first day of your cycle. Now we'll draw a menstruation illustration. Yes, let's just assume this is when your menstruation started, so that you understand what I'm talking about. So if your menstruation starts on the 2nd of October, and then it now starts again on the let's assume this is when it started, and then starts again on the, will I say first, for example, this is when it now started again, like the following month, October, sorry, November. This is November, and this side is October. Okay, so in October, your menstruation started on the 2nd, and then finish on the 5th. Let's assume it's 4 days cycle. Now finish on the 5th. Okay, so maybe after the menstruation has finished on the 5th, and then it now start again 1st of November, which means the following month on the 1st of November. So you are going to calculate your cycle. How many days cycle do I have? How do I calculate my menstrual cycle length? Now it's easy. After it has started on the 1st, just calculate from the very on the 2nd. Just calculate from the very first day it started, which is on the 2nd. Calculate from this 2nd. You are going to count from on the 2nd now. Let's assume this is the first day on the 2nd. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, 7, 8, 9 days, 10 days, 11 days, 12, 13 days, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 days, 19 days, 20 days, 21 days, 22 days, 23 days, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So this is your menstrual cycle length a day before the next one started. A day before the next menstruation started. I don't know if you are getting what I am saying. So this is when your menstruation started, and this is when it started again. So you will count from here to a day before the next cycle, a day before the next menstruation, before the very next day you started seeing blood again. That is when you are going to calculate to. That is when you are going to count your cycle length and say, okay, so I have 30 days cycle, or I have 28 days cycle. For example, this is how to calculate your cycle length. Please, if you do not understand anything, just drop it on the comment section. I can do this video over and over again. I don't get tired of teaching. So this is, oh, I hope you guys understand why we are writing 1, 2, 3. We are just counting. It's not like this is our calendar, this one in red. Oh. We are just counting it just for you to follow and then know the day to a day before the next cycle, so that you will know how many days cycle you are having. So let's assume we are having okay, let's assume it's not 30 days cycle you are having. Probably you are having 32 days cycle. For example, let's calculate for 32 days cycle. Let me clean this one and write 32 here. For example, you are having 32 days cycle. Okay, so I'm just going to erase all this counting that we did before. Just going to erase them. We are still sticking to our calendar, October, because we are using October as our illustration in this video. Okay, which is 31 days. So whichever month, just calculate it like that. If you follow the way I am doing it now, you'll be able to calculate, even if it's February that has 28 days, you'll be able to calculate when your cycle started to a day before the next cycle. So let's assume you're having 32 days cycle and your menstruation starts on the 2nd, for example. So we are going to calculate and say, okay, how many days cycle do I have? If your menstruation starts on the 2nd, for example, this is shedding of blood. This is when you went to buy pad and everything. Your menstruation has started, and then if your menstruation starts here and then starts again the following month in October, which is, let's assume it starts on the 2nd again of October. For example, this is when you started shedding this is when your blood started shedding off. You went to buy pad, which was in November. Now, if you want to count from here to here, you will not count it from the day this menstruation started in October to the day it started in November. You will not count it like that. You will count it in the day it started in October, the very first day you saw blood. That's when you will count from that day, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Okay, 31. Okay, sorry. Let's use it this way. Maybe it started on the 3rd. 31, 32, and then menstruation starts here, for example. So I didn't get the accurate counting anyways. So okay, now let's assume we are having 32 days cycle, okay, and your menstruation starts on the 2nd. All right, and then after starting on the 2nd of October, maybe the menstruation ends on the 5th of October. It doesn't matter the menstrual flow, like the length, the number of days you had the flow. It doesn't matter. Even if it's 3 days, even if it's 4 days, it doesn't matter. Just count from the day your menstruation started to the next day, so a day before the next day it started. Which means if your menstruation starts like this, if your menstruation starts on the 2nd and then finish on the 5th, and then start again on the 3rd of November, for example, If your menstruation starts on the 3rd of November, you will count from this day that it started in October. You will count this day as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31st, 32. So it will end here. This is your cycle length. This is when your menstruation started again the following month. This is October, November. So this is when it ends, and this is when it started again. So a day before the next cycles begin, this is your menstrual cycle. I don't know if this video is simple enough. I don't know if I have taught this topic enough, but if you do not understand, please drop a comment on the comment section. If you want me to do this video, see, I can do this video over and over. Please drop a comment on the comment section, okay? So I think I will do the last one for probably for those that are having 22 days cycle. Yes, maybe a shorter length, or 24 days cycle. Let's use 24 days cycle as an illustration. So let me write 24 here. Probably your cycle is 24 days. How do you even know your cycle is 24 days? How do you know it's 28 days? When you are having, probably you have calculated your cycle, you have followed this pattern, and you see it's 24 days, and it constantly reoccurs like that for 3 to 4 months. Know that that is your menstrual cycle. Okay, it's exceptional for those on medication, because there are some medication that changes your menstrual day. There's some medication that changes your menstrual length. So it's exceptional for those that are on medication, or that are on probably you are on contraceptive. Yes, except those that are on contraceptive, or those are on medication. So if you're on medication, some medication changes the menstrual length of a person. So you should just know that, okay, probably it is due to my medication that this thing is occurring. But if you are not on any medication, naturally it occurs. You will calculate the menstrual length for 3 consecutive months. That is when you would know your menstrual length. That yes, okay, it is constant, which means this length, which is 28 days cycle, it continues like that. The following month, the same thing, and the other month, the same thing, which means you know that, okay, this cycle length is constant, which means you are having your 28 days cycle, which means it doesn't change. Good. Now we are calculating for 24 days cycle. Let me erase this. I'm just doing it randomly for those having, probably you might be having 24 days, 28. I think I've done for 30, and I've done 28, 30, and 32 days. Now we are doing for 24 days cycle. So I'm just going to erase this. This one is just counting. No, is a counting. I was counting the month. So you understand what I'm doing. I'll just erase this, and then erase. Okay, this is already the month of, let me just leave it, the month of October. This is October. Okay, now this is November, another month. So now let's assume your menstruation starts on the, probably your menstruation starts on the 1st. For example, it's an example. Your menstruation starts on the 1st. This is the shedding of blood. You went to buy pad and all of that. So and it starts again on the 25th. For example, now starts on the 25th. Now started shedding blood again on the 25th of the same month. It is a short cycle, so it's expected to happen that, okay, you have seen your period or your menstruation this month, and then it started again the same month. Yes, probably it's because it's a short cycle. That's why it's reoccurring that same month. Okay, so you don't have to panic. And then let's assume it starts on the 25th. Now we'll count the days from 1st to 24, which means a day before this very day is started. So a day before 24, we don't even have to start numbering number 1, number 2. This is already numbered with the calendar. I don't know if you get what I mean. It's already numbered. Or if you want us to number, let's number, because we already started with that. So this is number 1. This is the first day it started. This is number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, 6, 7 days, 8 days, 9, day 10, day 11, day 12, day 13, day 14, day 15, day 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So this day is your cycle length. A day before the next day started, the next menstrual cycle. This is your cycle length from 1 to 24 is your cycle length. So you are going to count it from the first day you started your menstruation, which is this very day, which is on the first. It can start any day. I'm just using this day as an example. It can start on the 10, and then maybe we'll move over to November. We'll start counting in November. So it can start any day. Can start on the first, can start on any day. So just know that if it starts on the first, for example, and then start again on the 25th of the same month, or probably any month, just know that the day it started, you will count that day. This day, you will count it as one. You will count this day it started, so a day before the next one. It starts on the first, and then it started again on the 25th. So you count from first to 24, which is a day before this one, a day before the next cycle, a day before the next one started. That is your cycle length. Irrespective of when it started again, you are going to count from the beginning of the first day it started to a day before the next one started. That is your menstrual cycle length. Okay, I hope I explained this video well enough. Thank you very much for sticking to my channel, for watching to the end. Please do well to click on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out when I post video again. Okay, and to my returning subscribers, this is Cynthia saying thank you very much for sticking to my channel. And if you are watching this video, do not forget to like now, share and comment. See you in my next video. Until then, bye.